be a very interesting matchup. Leaf being one of our yeah, good point brought up by chat. We got Team Shredder versus Team Ninja Turtles right here. The classic battle.
All right, we got them counted in, and we're about to start. I am excited for this one.
Apparently the studio light's not quite on Prince Leaf's side. Not too bad, but we'll still be able to see the action. Definitely a shade, a little darker on Leaf's side there, but obviously both getting their manips. I know Leaf likes to go. I'm surprised he actually isn't. Usually he's a top door guy, right? That's what he's always claimed. But sitting in the center, doing very nice. Nice little cleanup there. Both pretty equal times. Actually, oh wait, no, actually I didn't catch the time. Actually, that's not a great time for Leaf. 43, unfortunately, 40 for Skunky. So a little bit of a lead there for Skunky.
Yeah, and earlier actually Leaf was saying he was having a bit of a trouble seeing the shrapnel pieces. Maybe if he turned the lights on in the studio so he could actually see them.
They apparently forgot to pay their electric bill in the studio there. Unfortunate first drop there, getting the smart bomb off the bat for Leaf. Razor shield for Skunky. Oh, but unfortunately into grenades, just kind of just working with what's there, trying to pull the items. Oh, getting nothing, unfortunately, on Skunky's side. Rockets for Prince Leaf, though. That'll be all right.
Yeah, Skunky using that razor shield, just melting whatever guys he can, looking for an orb, looking for some rockets. Prince Leaf able to use those rockets to catch himself up. And, oh, their lights are flashing over there. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no. And unfortunate, well, yeah, didn't have anything, so I've seen Leaf do that before. Will actually take an intentional death just to get the invulnerability, be able to more freely take out those initial shrapnel.
Yeah, really not the worst death. Probably didn't lose any time on it, actually. Skunky has the orb now. Leaf with the razor shield looking for an orb still. So, just control the room, kill these shrapnels. You can't really lose a bunch of time here unless you don't kill the shrapnels.
Yep, and it's pretty set. Ooh, I think Skunky thought the room was over in that right side spot. A little surprising. Leaf's going to get out pretty well. They are very close now. Wow.
Yeah, a couple second lead for Leaf here, and he got the orb, but immediately fumbles it, and that's a big error there. Big loss. Skunky still in the center, orb and rockets. Leaf with a shield and spreader. He's going to be bleeding time, though. He's looking for another orb now.
And does get it. There it is. And yeah, we'll just have to make sure this time does have that clear path in the upper right where it first spawns. It's able to chain it. Spreader will also help. And then rockets will be able to reestablish the center. So nice little rally back there for Leaf. Needs to get it back, though. Oh, boy.
More rockets for Skunky. Able to stay center, doing a really good job just melting these lanes of swarmers, taking care of that shrap. He's looking really good here, and he will gain some time.
Absolutely.
With a 3-11 going into the secret room. But Leaf not far behind with a 3-14, maybe 3-15. And we're here for Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Product placement with Taco Bell.
I'd buy that for $1. Those cinnamon, How about that? Those are delicious.
So both of our players have an orb. Both of our players going to be looking for some rockets, razor shield. Let's see what it gives them. A foot.
Ooh, and a spread for Leaf there. So a little bit of the advantage. We'll be able to help establish the center of this room. Does get one of the gunners. We'll get the smart bomb and get the second gunner there. Leaf looking decent at the beginning here.
Yeah, both of them using smart bombs to establish the center of the room. Now Skunky getting a spreader. Leaf had one earlier, but he was, dropped the orb, but an immediate replacement. So game was like, you know what? Here's a little gift for you.
Yeah, a little mercy shown by the game. Very rare by Mutoid Man and good old Smash TV. But
now some rockets for Leaf, using them to melt out the center, doing good control, keeping good control, and I think he was able to gain some time there. Yes, he was with all those rocket drops. A 4:27 for Leaf, but Skunky with a 4:33 seconds. That's barely a difference.
Skunky not having the orb right there, but utilized the invulnerability pretty well to clean up the end of that room. Keeps it very close here. We're going to see that first drop. Lobbers there for Leaf. Lobbers there for Skunky.
Leaf doing a good job using that ball buster, using those lobbers. Great job just managing his weapon use there. Skunky with the spreader has to manual it though, and he dies, but maybe no, he's about a form behind still.
Yeah, unfortunately, and knows probably can't get to those rockets, so just leaves him be. We'll be able to take this these lobbers and should be popping that arm pretty soon. So half form lead. Looks like, yeah, Leaf's a form ahead there, popping the second arm.
Yep, probably about exactly one form ahead. Leaf with more lobbers, the arm about to pop for Skunky. So like I said, just one form behind, chest popped on Leaf's side. Skunky looking for a spreader to catch him back up into this, but Leaf gets one. Let's see if he can grab it, and he does.
Does get it very nice. I was going to say, you know, one spreader for Skunky is going to be able to leapfrog the lead right here, but Leaf getting it instead is going to look at the final form, has lobbers, needs to start landing these shots, does get a decent amount, does have rockets as well, will be able to chain if he thinks, but doesn't go for him.
He didn't need to.
Didn't need to. Very nicely landed those shots at the end. Very nicely done.
Yeah, just a great fight by Leaf. You can see an experience in knowing what to do with each drop. Not just grabbing those lobbers, losing the orb. He used all the lobbers, got the ball buster damage. Just solid play for what the game gave him.
Yeah, kept it clean with the lobber shots. Obviously, that spreader being a big difference, able to pull away there in that fight. Skunky going to be getting very close to that final form and does get a great spread here to finish it off.
Yeah, this is a great spreader for Skunky. This should bring him right through to the final
sorts of transfer, yeah.
All the transfer damage, and this should probably bring him all the way to the end. There it does.
So, unfortunate as far as the time's concerned. You love to see that end, though. At least he kind of melted off those last couple forms there. But GG to the Leaf, who's going to be taking game one and start out with lead in our match number 2 of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty solid match. Leaf just got a great mutoid fight and did everything he needed to do. And, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles at this game.
You know, be very interesting. I know, you know, not a perfect stage play for either of our competitors here. There's some orb droppage there. So we'll see if that plays a factor into game number 2 for our competitors. And just a reminder, we have more matches coming up this weekend as well. I believe we have a pair, or actually maybe just the one Saturday match now, because I believe we're shifting over.
All right, we just got them counted down, and they should be starting in just a second here.
So Saturday, I believe the only very absolutely confirmed match will be the Bryce Hall versus the Space Colonizer match. That'll be happening Saturday evening. It looks like a 6 p.m. Eastern start for that one.
All right, both of our runners got the Razor Shield manip. You see Prince Leaf again staying in the center. Skunky's doing a little bit more running around, but both of them just melting bad guys and clearing the room out. Decent time for both of them.
Yeah, excellent. They are right there. And thank you very much for the clarification there, Bryce. All 7 p.m. tomorrow. Hey, you want a little something to start your evening out if you're there on the East Coast, or your late afternoon out if you're on the West Coast like me, or if you're international, probably the very late night. Come check out GG Speedruns for some Saturday Smash TV action. But here we are, grenades dropping like crazy for Skunky, just trying to get rid of the dang things.
Yeah, double grenades on both sides.
Yeah, both actually.
But Skunky getting a razor shield here, that'll be a little bit of a help, but pretty even. Oh, now another grenade for Prince Leaf, so he's starting to lose the advantage here to Skunky, but still neither one of them with this orb yet. Still looking for it.
Yeah, not those primo drops like we were seeing in the last run there. Yeah, both entering without an orb into Eat My Shrapnel. Going to be digging for that drop.
Yep, 127 to a 129 is a 2-second lead for Skunky. That nuke will be a little bit of a penalty, though, so...
Yeah, nuke will be a little bit of penalty. Leaf taking that death, trying to, yeah, just take the add vulnerability yet again.
But Skunky gets an orb, so it's all, you know, if you gotta take a 2-second penalty to get an orb, I think it's worth it.
Well worth it, for sure. You get to establish yourself. You keep that thing in a tonal carnage, you feel a lot better than if you don't have an orb going into TC. So, nicely done there by Skunky. Leaf with the rockets will be able to easily clean this up himself.
And as you can see, Prince Leaf came out of the room just before Skunky, so he did lose like little time with that nuke, but he's got the orb, so he's going to gain it right back. Unless Prince just keeps getting rockets.
And he keeps getting rockets, so here we go. And then the orb, here we are. Leaf is getting set up in TC here.
Yeah, those rockets were like that lifeline to the orb. I mean, if he didn't have those rockets, he would have definitely been losing time, but
into
now...
the Razor, oh my, the Vitamin R, the Mulk is flowing into rockets. It is... Wow, insane.
I mean, Skunky's got rockets too, so he's not going to be bleeding too much time, but that Razor Shield's going to help him, Prince Leaf, just establish the center, kill some extra dudes, and probably, like, give him a little bit of an advantage, a couple seconds maybe. We'll see how much Skunky can hold on.
Yeah, Skunky doing very well with the firing lines right now, keeping it to the center, you know, just a nice little wiggle to keep it up, and... Here we are, second in a row. We got Taco Bell product placement with Taco Bell.
Ooh, chorizo.
Oh, man, if they start doing chorizo at Taco Bell, I'm a little worried if they did, but we'll see.
All right, a foot for Leaf, nothing to go after. Just going to try to at least get one of these gunners on, but he hits a mine.
No.
Spreader for Skunky, so that'll help him clear out the room and establish the center and let him take out one of the gunners. So this is the opportunity he needs to catch up.
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, Skunky, like, having to, like, kind of get the center, but having to immediately retreat does get the spreader there. That will help a lot and will reestablish it. Skunky should be good now. Gets out in vulnerability. Yeah, really pulling for these drops. It gets rockets on the feet. There you go.
Yeah, this is what he needed. He needed some good drops just to maintain the center. Looking good. Leaf now with a replacement orb, and he's, you know, gonna try to keep as much of his lead, but he might have lost his lead here. Oh, I speak too soon. Skunky just took it.
Lost the orb, lost his life. That was kind of an unfortunate one too. The crowd just started getting there. Does have rockets, though. We'll be able to clear out this room. Won't be too far behind.
Yeah, you can see it. If he didn't take that death, we would have been probably going through that door right around the same time.
Absolutely. And rockets there for Leaf. We'll have it with the orb, so clearing those gunners very fast.
Rockets for Skunky, also being able to clear the gunner.
Ooh.
Leaf mixing the ball buster, but he has a spreader. He will be able to get this.
That's a spreader that's good on player one, good on player two, so nicely done there by Leaf. Is it going to be able to pop the arm? Plays it safe, stays back there.
Skunky's got a spreader. I think he'll still be able to grab it, and he does.
Yes, does get it. Very nice.
Another spreader for Leaf. Spreader's on the right, spreader's on the left.
Oh my goodness, it gets another spreader. The manual damage, but unfortunately gets run over there for Leaf.
All right, lobbers for Skunky. With grenades for Leaf here, so see if that's enough to keep him at spreader. Oh, good death for it. Mutoid's blocking him. He might be able to get it.
I think he gets it. Yes,
he does. That had to be like last frame.
And Leaf trying to manual, but it's not going to be quite enough. And now it's a tie game, and the continued taking by Leaf.
This is it. This is his chance to catch up and take the lead. He caught all the way up.
Another one for Skunky.
Dead heat here. Last form. Who can get the more damage? Rockets for Leaf, spreaders for Skunky. More spreaders for Skunky.
Oh, it's right there. Lobbers, though, for both. Who could land the shots?
This is going to be so close.
Oh,
And Skunky able to steal it. Able to steal it. Getting those better spreader uses. Just able to land more damage in the last form. Not having any breaks in his fire. Able to steal one from Leaf with a 619 versus a 621. What a match.
Landed the shots when they mattered right there with the lobber. Both opponents getting that right at the end after some crazy spreader action. What an ending. When you gotta use those lobbers to finish it off, you're just really praying that you don't get any super crazy movement from Mutoid Man right there. Locked it down. Nicely done by Skunky there to even us up at 1-1 on the match.
And that's what you like to see. Back and forth, lead changes, anything can happen in Smash TV. It's crazy. That's why this tournament is the most hyped tournament you're going to find out there.
It is that's a wild 6 minutes right there. You know, you could have a wild 6 minutes for a lot of things there, but yeah, very nicely done for Leaf and Skunky. I mean, yeah, this is to be expected. Skunky, you know, obviously showing why they took the 3-0 in their initial matchup, able to take advantage of the drops there, and here we go into a thriller, going into game 3. So let me hear chat. Who do you guys think? Who we got taking the advantage, getting the match point right here between our two runners? You know, Skunky able to keep that orb healthy pretty well. I might even be leaning Skunky a little bit, honestly, on this one.
I mean, it could be anybody's game. These runners are both, you know, so good. And like I said, Leaf's got the experience. Skunky is he's a fast learner, good player, so don't sleep on him for sure. And yeah, I mean, you can just expect every one of these matches to be really tight, just who can get the better drops and who can make the most out of them.
We'll be getting a slightly better entry, it looks like, into power-ups here. We got, yeah, just
41 versus a 42, seconds difference.
Yeah.
First drop's going to make a huge difference. Skunky gets a invulnerability and a foot for Leaf, so nothing really to, you know, care about. The invulnerability will help you just clear out a couple guys faster, but now Rockets, that's a good one, and Spreader, both of them can clear out the room, maintain the center, but advantage kind of goes to Skunky on this one, getting those Rockets, getting that shield, but nothing, not too big.
Yeah, that'll open up for a good start to the room for sure.
See, Rockets here at the end, though, will help him clear it out real fast, and he does, so he has a 127. Without a weapon here, it bleeds a little time at the end of the room for Skunky with a 132. It's about a 5-second difference.
Yeah, and feet, unfortunately, for Skunky as well. This is not a good start. We'll take a death right there from that lower trap.
Yeah, and that's not too bad because the strap spawned out of his door, so he's able to kill it really fast. But both of them still hunting for this orb, both looking for the double firing rate that they'll get out of it. And until one of them does, you don't know what's going to happen. And there it is for Skunky. So he's got this orb. It'll help him start to clear this room out a little faster. Probably won't gain any time, but will have an advantage going into Total Carnage.
Yeah, that orb is going to be huge for Skunky going into this next room, absolutely. Razor, though, for Leaf, gets the spreader as well. We'll be able to establish for a bit, but once that power-up dries up, it's going to be... Oh, unfortunately...
But he gets an orb, and he gets an orb on Prince Leaf's side. As Skunky loses, like, that's the power change right there.
Yeah, the transfer.
But as Skunky gets another orb, so, you know, not the worst penalty for him. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, fights through the grenades there, gets the orb drop, is starting to reestablish center, getting a little squirrely, but it's working out all right. Skunky doing a good job getting back to the center there, looking decent now, but Yeah, a little bit of advantage Leaf. Definitely got a little bit of a lead in this room for sure.
Yeah, definitely having that laser shield and orb in the center, he was able to just stand there, take out lanes. This rocket is going to help. Ooh, it's going to help him get through the end of this room, but losing that orb's a tough one.
That hurt. I mean, I think that's kind of the enticing thing. You see something like rockets, and you're like, I gotta go for these, but really awkward positioning there. It doesn't allow for a great lanes for shooting, and unfortunately, you lose it.
I mean, you'll see as players become more and more used to this game, they'll wait a couple seconds for those rockets just because they know they'll lose that orb. Speaking of rockets, Prince Leaf with a rocket in center, taking out both gunners. This is advantage Leaf.
Yeah.
And man, Skunky's got some work cut out for him now.
That is going to be tough. Yeah, rockets, that's exactly the drop you want to see there. Takes out the gunners. It does a great job reestablishing back to center here. So Leaf with a nice advantage here.
Yeah, Skunky with an invulnerability shield, able to take out one gunner and a spreader, but he's just looking for rockets right now. An orb, a razor shield, something so he can keep the center and try to not just bleed all this time from Prince just waltzing around the room, doing his thing, doing a good job, and getting a razor shield, so now he can just clean up the end of the room, and he's going to have a pretty nice lead going into Mutoid.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Leaf, unfortunately getting the razor shield like right at the end there. It was in a very awkward position, so I had to like kind of tiptoe around that, but did well. Invulnerability twice in a row there for Skunky, so just using it as best as he can, just kind of running into the doorways, trying to take out as many foot soldiers as possible. But let's see the opening here from Leaf. Try to get that ball bust, and does.
He does. Yeah, so the game not really giving Skunky anything. He had a couple chances. They gave him a couple. After that, they're like, oh, no, you're screwed now. So he's going to run around here with the pea shooter, so that's all he can really do.
Yep, sometimes you just got to kind of throw your hands up and like, yep, all right, yep, you got me there. But there we go. Arm pop for Skunky, or for Leaf as Skunky enters the room. Spreader on Leaf's side didn't quite see it and on the feet more or less. So I'm going to have to manual a little bit here.
Dude, he did a little bit of manual damage there, but,
Great really... manual from Skunky, though.
And now Leaf with those grenades, using that weak spot on Mutoid behind the neck to get that extra damage. Rockets, constant damage. Not the best, but at least you're doing something. Skunky with the grenades and the lobbers for both of them, so, whoever can hit that center better is going to get more damage.
Yeah, got to hit that sweet spot, that chest pop there for Leaf, so a decent amount ahead. We'll be able to use the grenades.
Another spreader for Skunky, getting another good manual in there, and he's about one form behind. Probably caught up a little bit of time here, but, he had a long way to go. Another spreader. Oh, but it was on his feet. Look at death. Happens, it's tragic.
We'll get the grenades. We'll put it into that same spot. Now it's the spreader again. We'll have to do another manual. A lot of manual attempts here for Skunky. At least 3 or 4, I think.
And he's doing a good job at them, too. I mean, the game's just giving him bad spreader locations, and he's making the best with them. But it just was not enough to catch Leaf.
Yeah, Leaf did a great job maintaining the damage there. Did have some manuals himself, but like kind of stayed alive, stayed a little bit further back, played a little safer, but did some really consistent damage there. And we'll take game number 3, it appears, here with a 637.
Yeah, solid play from Leaf, not getting too risky, like taking all his runs and taking what the run gave him and just making it work. I mean, that's how this game is. Sometimes you just got to roll with what it gives you and hope that the game doesn't give the other guy just way better stuff than you. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of adaptability you're gonna see. I mean, there's definitely good and bad ways to use certain items or to like kind of work the field. Times to oddly enough, taking a death in this room could be a beneficial play, as we kind of brought up in the first matchup there. So. All those things at play. Leaf doing a good job of what was dropped there, though. Skunky going to finish out with the 722. Will not take that one, but obviously kind of really hanging in there for the most part. And it was, it's all of a drop or two there that kind of separates the two players. So nicely done. We will be moving on to game number 4 as we have Leaf now on match point.
Yeah, so now the pressure's on Skunky. got to come back from the 2-1 deficit for a chance to stay in the winners bracket. Otherwise, he's going to be going to the second chance bracket.
And just a reminder, the winner of this matchup will be facing our winner of the previous matchup, Mr. Dino 23 there. That will be on the upper bracket, the top side there. The loser of this matchup, let me see, will be facing Tina's Brutal, the winner of, I believe, yesterday's matchup against Akarasi. So definitely a good matchup there between those runners in the lower half. The lower half is going to have some crazy matchups. I'm taking a look right now. Itigo Ham versus Ladab. I mean, that's crazy right there. We got Luka Jim versus Billick. That's going to be a great matchup. Aries versus Drummy. That's going to be a good one right there. And yeah, so many more coming up. So whether you're talking about the top half or the bottom half of the bracket here, some great matchups coming up in the tourney.
Yeah, we got nothing but good matches coming up. I mean, the further you get into the matches, the more even the players become, which just makes for just exciting races, and every one of them I think is going to just be awesome to watch from here on out. Not that the other ones weren't.
Of course, let's see. Skunky able to use that smart bomb to finish out the room. Does keep it pretty close. Leaf with a little bit better. Gets the whole shot about 39. Skunky at a 40. First drop, always important. Let's see what it gives our runners. Grenades and invulnerability. Neither of those you want to see.
Kind of a wash. But an orb for Leaf, your second drop, so advantage Leaf. Able to hold center now and just start clearing guys out.
And some early shoes there for Skunky. Unfortunate. Grenades again. Oh, these early drops not happening. Is pulling the drops, though. Trying to get something. Gets razors, so that'll do a little something here for you.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in Skunky's position, I'd be doing the same thing he is. That nuke, the judgment call, it's really just a gamble to try to get another drop. But not much you can do if you're just chasing the orb. He'll be a couple seconds behind Leaf, but not a huge loss.
Yeah, both in the 120s there. Initial razor there for Leaf, so we'll be able to hold the center. Nothing, a key for Skunky on that first drop. Very unfortunate. And now shoes, this is rough. This is going to start getting a little bit away. Invulnerability will help you clear it a little bit. So just runs into those shrapnel. Do it again with another drop. We need something. There's the orb for Skunky. All right.
Yeah, he worked for it, but the game gave it to him. You can see he had to run around in circles, do all sorts of things. Leaf's just standing all pretty in the center, shooting guys. But it was worth it. It paid off, and Skunky's just a couple seconds behind, but they both got that orb. Both had rockets, I believe, too.
Yeah, that room's a little cruel. You could do extraordinary different amounts of work in that room, but still pretty much get the same result. As we always say with shrapnel, eat my shrapnel. Nothing to gain really be in that room, but a lot to be lost.
Prince Leaf doing a good job with those rockets, letting the guys get pretty close to him, but
my.
As I say it, Skunky gets his taken, but Leaf gets a spreader, so advantage to Leaf. Rockets for Skunky, so that'll help him not bleed too much time, but he gets a grenade on the feet. That's harsh.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. The lower right item spawn that happened for Skunky there got out of the center, and it just never really got reestablished there. Lost the orb. It's kind of gotten a little squirrely. It does get the spreader, so that'll help reestablish it, but Leaf's going to be taking a nice advantage here.
Yeah, with that rocket drop at the end, he was able to clean up the room really fast and, just get some more time on Skunky. Those drops were definitely favoring Leaf on this one.
Yeah, smart bomb key. Yeah, it's been very rough, and there is the swirl of shame. It comes down and immediately goes after Skunky right there, so unfortunate. Yeah, we'll grab the invulnerability, but that's going to be a 330 entry into bonus.
Yeah, it's just a rough set of drops, a rough play for Skunky. I mean, he did take a death there, so, I mean, it happens. Sometimes the room just gets the best of you.
And yeah, based on that entry and exit out of the bonus, is about a 25-second lead there for Skunky. Nothing that is insurmountable right now, but Razor for Leaf in this room, gonna really help establish it. Obviously, already took out the first two gunners there, so Leaf looking good in tank trouble.
Yeah, Skunky's gonna have a lot of work for him now with this runaway that Prince Leaf's gonna have with the Razor Shield and the orb in the center. There's an
Ooh,
orb for Skunky, and he has a spreader,
this
so
is
he clears
big.
everything out. Good move by him, clearing everything out to grab that orb. That's what he needed to do.
Gets between those bullets right there from the tank. Oh, is able to get that. Gets the gunner. Is able to reestablish center. Very nicely done by Skunky. Keep it around.
Yeah, well, big lead here for Prince Leaf. You know, Skunky's still working on tank trouble. Leaf's just getting the gunners off, and he's gonna try to get this ball buster again. And oh no, he didn't. I see. If you see the orb come out of Mutoid Man, you know that it didn't land.
Yeah, unfortunate. Skunky keeping that orb healthy is able to kind of get a little bit of a rally back there, but and yeah, lobbers here for Leaf 2 times over, so it should be popping that arm, should be close to the second arm, and we'll get a nice spreader drop here. Wow.
Yeah, that was the perfect spreader for Leaf. Yeah, he's got the second arm popped off. That's just what he wanted. He needed. I mean, it's gonna be a lot for Skunky.
Yeah.
And a glitchtoid. Wow. Skunky going for the ball buster, and he gets it. And he has a spreader. But that gunner was able to snipe him at the last minute. As soon as the invulnerability went away, he got sniped. Spreader on his feet, though. This is a chance for him to gain some ground back.
And he does. Both those arms popping off at the same time. Will be that form back. Won't be able to get those grenades. Just going to take out this gunner now. And gets the lobber, so good damage. Leaf the same, though. Has the lobbers on the other side.
Yeah, Leaf.
Oh, another spread. This is big for Skunky.
Leaf was able to hit more of those lobbers, but he got that spread. They both got spreads. Let's see if Leaf can grab his. Oh, just barely. So, man, you thought the advantage would go to one. The other gets the same thing.
I don't think this. Oh, it does. Leaf is able to do it with the rockets. I'm surprised. Actually, plenty of the rockets. Way better damage than I expected there from Leaf. So he will take it. Taking game number 4. Taking the match 3-1 is Prince Leaf. A valiant attempt for the comeback there by Skunky, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, Skunky did his best. I mean, he did what he could in the arena. The game didn't really give him anything. He got to Mutoid, and he got a few spreaders and used them really well. It just wasn't enough to come back from that lead that Prince Leaf had built up over the arena.
Yeah, definitely some transfer damage on Leaf's side that I did not quite catch. Very nicely done. Yeah, melted through that final form. Very nice. Lobber damage here from Skunky trying to finish this off. Sub 7? This rocket should do it, right?
It's gonna be
unfortunate, though.
just over 7 minutes here with that. I mean, you got the continue here, so. Unfortunate for Skunky, but still a good showing. He's gonna be a tough one in the second chance bracket, so, you know. GG's to Prince Leaf. He played like, you know, a third place player plays in this game. He used what the game gave him and did what he could.